to this episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. Always so blessed to hold this space and to feel called to awaken the wisdom within, sharing my gifts with you, igniting earth and fire as we begin, allowing smoke to promote transmutation of energies that might be required for our healing, for our wellness, and to birth the new earth. Hello, my name is Krisna Omejica. I am your host, your mentor, alchemist, starseed, shaman, incarnate, and self-love guru. Blessings this beautiful Wednesday, also a full moon in Pisces. Really settling into the energy and curious how you're feeling. Have you been feeling the energy of this full moon? What types of information has it been providing you? Activating the elements of water. Activating my beauty with this beautiful Kagan 6.0 beauty water. It loves my skin and hair love it. If you are interested in learning more about what I call love water, DM me and I would love to share with you all the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful elements of water in this movement. I'm part of a water movement called Wake Water Co. And the Wake movement is here to bring us knowledge and wisdom from the element of water. And as I breathe out, I activate my inner fire with air, promoting opportunities to move into our transformation. Sitting with plant medicine, cannabis, and a little bit of mugwort and some other things, and feeling the plants really coming through. So today's episodes are going to also be an opportunity to connect with the consciousness of these plants. Please share with me how this video affects your feelings, your thoughts, your body, mind, sensations. I would love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. It always allows me to feel into the energies that will be coming to this space so that I can be bringing forth that intention as I enter and as I open my energy up to yours as you put it out there in the universe. So as always, I'm using my Mystical Shaman deck. I love this deck. It is so gorgeous. And today my deck is being charged by this beautiful kyanite, a tiger's eye. See if we can get it a bit up to the light so you can see. And then of course this beautiful carnelian. So our cards are being charged. And as we commune together, let us take a collective breath so that we may open up and create a channel to receive the messages regardless of the time and space that you receive this message. And begin to just settle into your body. And let us just take a few collective breaths together. And we're going to begin by emptying the belly button, emptying the belly, tucking in our belly button. And take a deep breath in at 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Holding for a moment. Releasing out the mouth. Holding for a moment. Breathing in. Holding. Noticing the shoulders relaxing as you exhale. Feeling yourself relaxed. Feeling yourself in your body. Noticing where your body is touching the ground or where you're sitting. Just settle into your body and allow yourself to feel the beautiful energy of this full moon. We are having a full moon in Pisces tonight, and the full moon was beautiful last night. I was coming home from visiting my wonderful, beautiful mommy and had an opportunity to stop in the mountains on the way home and just decided to go outside and appreciate La Luna, and found a little park that had a hill and climbed myself up that hill and felt so invigorated by this beautiful moon. And while I could tell it still needed a little bit more to be its full moon capacity, I definitely felt the beautiful energy of that full moon. So I, take my plant medicine cannabis out and, I'm dancing in the moon. And so I'm feeling that energy now as I open us up to this beautiful full moon energy that is present for us at this time. And allowing that energy to allow us to tap into what newness might be birthing itself, what tapping into our inner waters might look like, and the fullness of the full moon allowing us to notice things that have come to a completion. What things have we set out to accomplish, and noticing the abundance of those opportunities that have really are showing themselves. What is complete now at this time? And thank you so much, your peaceful vibrations. And what things, now that we have the fullness of the moon, do we want to illuminate? Where do we want to go? What growth? What expansions do we desire? And that's so crucial, to utilize the beautiful energy of the moon, because its energy does affect us. I don't know if this affects any of you. Please let me know in the chat box. But around the full moon, I feel invigorated with energy. I feel energized. And sometimes that means that I have a bit of insomnia. I don't sleep my typical preferred 8 to 9 hours a night. And I really have so much energy to just do things. And I feel it is time for me to really make note of all the areas that I want to expand on, because I take stock of all the things I've accomplished, all the things I've completed. And I look to expand that by exploring what types of things I can begin to bring anew. So it is a time of birthing new for me. A lot of my ideas for expanding my own growth, my own evolution come at this time. Same as my messages, divine inspirations that come to me on action steps for my dharma, my service to others, and how do I give and how do I share. And this space was birthed from one of those meditative, contemplative spaces. So I want us to tap into this full moon energy and allow us to feel it in our heart space as we take a breath, noticing the beautiful illuminations of that energy coming into our heart. And I want you to just take a pause, take a pause. Take a pause and think about if there are any questions, something you need clarity on, a reminder, feedback, affirmation. What message can we ask our higher selves and spirit guides at this time? And this is why we utilize tarot, because it gives the energy of other dimensions a portal to offer us in our human understanding through our use of language these messages. And so I love when I come across these beautiful decks that just have all these just powerful messages. And so again, highlighting the beautiful Mystical Shaman's deck that I'll be using tonight. So as you settle into your body, taking another deep breath, I want you to place into your heart your intentions for this time as you hear these transmissions that come through. As I allow my shamanistic storytelling to come through at this time, the knowledge and wisdom, the indigenous wisdom that lie within me from my past lives, passed down through me from my ancestors into my DNA, provide me the opportunity to tap into this understanding and not just understand it, not cognized, not part of our thinking mind, but something we feel, that we know, that we understand. And this is where I love this term, understand. I don't know who came up with it, but I've been hearing it for the last few years, and I really appreciate that word as I internalize it and integrate it into my being of what I understand, what I know. So just as we're going to be tapping into La Luna's wisdom, we also are going to be tapping in and asking for permission from Mother Earth. And here I'm sharing my painting. I call it Mother Earth, Divine Mother, in allowing us this energy of the divine feminine at this time. So the soothing energy and messages from the moon and the energies of birthing anew from Divine Mother. So let us get into it. The bottom of the deck remains unshuffled, unchanged from last week, the eagle. That was our hidden message. And I loved the message of last week. It is now released on YouTube if you're interested in going and checking that out on my channel, Self Love Creatives. You can find lots of other things on my channel, including my podcast, Loving Me Creatively. You can find some guided meditations, lots of them. One of my favorites is the Rainbow Bridge activation. That one came through not great lighting, so don't expect to see my beautiful face. Rather just tap into it for the audio. That was a beautiful channeled meditation. Excuse my doggies. That was a beautiful channeled meditation that came through earlier this year during I'm not even sure what it was, but what came through was the Rainbow Bridge activation and the energy spiral from our own auric fields. And so that was a really powerful channeled guided meditation. Yes, and please encourage you to take a peek at that. And then follow me, subscribe to my channel. You'll get a chance to be updated whenever new podcast drops, or whenever any of these videos pop up. And we're already getting messages. We haven't even asked our spirit guides yet. I'm going to put it back, but I am curious to see what came through. The Witness 64. I believe this one has come up in the recent past. But yes, let us settle into those energies. I'm going to take a drink of water 9.0 from my Kagan machine, love water as I like to call it, to activate the inner wisdom, or as my beautiful solstice at the water priestess likes to say, the well of wisdom within. Thank you, element water, for your life-giving energy. To be hydrated is to have life. To be dehydrated is to lose life. So let us remember that. All right. Let us take a deep breath, activating air, fire. And we call in our higher self and spirit team at this time. I call in my archangel team at this time, asking them to bring forth messages. Ooh, I did say messages, but that is a whole lot of cards. There is a lot going on right now. And before I take us on a tangent of my thoughts about what's going on, I know that tapping into our wisdom and allowing that to inform how we self-love and how that's part of our wellness, aka self-love wellness, is so crucial. And so allowing us to tap into our wisdom is an important part of our overall conscious lifestyle. A lifestyle that views ourselves from a holistic perspective, one that is integrated. As I've been saying, this is the age of integration. And this is a time for us to integrate our pieces of knowledge, perspectives, begin to really bring the prophecy of the rainbow children into fruition. I am a rainbow child. I am a guardian of the new earth. I am here as a being of light to channel this information and to birth and to bridge soul family meant to do the work together. I thank you for tapping in today to this message. one message, please. I always love the way that the messages, it's always like such a beautiful part of this relationship with energy and with our many layers of ourselves. The bottom of the deck, the Earthkeepers. The Earthkeepers. And I was just sharing that I am an Earth ambassador. I am a guardian of the new Earth. In 2016, I founded a grassroots global liberation project, Social Change Coalition. And Social Change Coalition really was the birthing of the new Earth, not realizing this is what it was. And now, with the integration of myself, yes, it's such an exciting time. With the integration of myself and selves, all the layers of myself, understanding that I am not one of the labels that society has placed upon me, but I am all, and I am none. And really allowing myself to understand my place has given me this beautiful clarity on my role as Earthkeeper. So I'm excited to share with you that before we close, they are hidden realms, or hidden truths. But the card for today is this gorgeous freaking card. Oh my gosh. It brings my heart joy. Look at this card. I mean, this is not doing it justice. It's gorgeous. The the ghost dance. Number 22, the ghost dance. Whew, let's tap into that. Before we do, I want to share with you some of my gem family that is holding it down for us, that is giving us this beautiful energy of consciousness, helping us tap into these layers of wisdom. One of them specifically is this orange calcite. And it feels very soothing in the hand when meditating. Also, this really cute green aventurine mushroom I got from my beautiful crystal gem goddess at Crystal Lady Luna. And aventurine is such a powerful heart chakra opener. If you are interested in any type of guided meditation using green aventurine, I encourage you to tap into my last podcast, where we utilize this wonderful green aventurine to open up the heart, and I share with you all the wonderful benefits that this particular gem offers. And one that I want to point out, I have no idea what the name of this gem is. If anybody knows, please drop me a comment. It looks like it's been painted almost, but it hasn't. My beautiful soul sis Erika at Holistic Yogi LA, she gifted this to me, and she says it's a gem for witches. And it feels very high vibrational for sure. I have no idea what it's called, but super interested if anybody has that knowledge. All right, let's tap in to see yes, the ghost dance. I know. Let's see what this is about. The ghost dance of the American Plain Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. Oh. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring our own past lives. Wow, this is such a beautiful message. And here is our invitation. The ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar. Light a candle to them and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. We are done with the bondages of the past karma. We are breaking free of those chains. Yes. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you and write a new story for your life. Oh, I love this message. This is just such a beautiful message. So here's our medicine. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning a loss, youth, or opportunities missed, it is a time to make an altar for those ancestors. Whoa. And that's a powerful way to think about our past experiences. Even maybe ones we don't fully understand, because that's part of the DNA, the ancestral knowledge that's passed on to us. And to respect it, to honor it by lighting a candle, by allowing those experiences, whether experienced or not, to be felt with honor and respect for its place. For its place. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer sage, and open the window of your house to release them to their destiny and to the wind. Be wary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. What a beautiful message. The ghost dance. And I love this powerful energy that I'm seeing here with the 22 and the triangle downward, the fire energy, the feminine energy, the transmutation of energy. Like, how do we take information, knowledge, wisdom that we experienced from the past and not let us keep us in the past? And this is something really powerful that I talk a lot about when we talk about how are we building the new earth. We're building the new earth because we are literally creating something new, which means we cannot bring the past. The past is the past. We can honor and respect its place in our life journey, in the building of knowledge, or I like to say adding to our backpack of knowledge, because we carry it around all the time. And an analogy that I used recently that I thought was really powerful in describing transmutation is that sometimes some of the things in the backpack are no longer needed and we don't need to carry that weight anymore. So what can we do? We can take that out and we can pass it on to someone else. Not the trauma, the hurt, but the wisdom, the lesson. Or we can burn it with fire. Let the smoke of transmutation be absorbed by Mother Earth, where she births anew to us. Let us purge out what no longer serves us. And this is how I feel, and how I feel into this energy, and how I let it inform my knowledge and let it inform the birthing of the new earth. Because the new earth is allowing ourselves to move away from a past-present mindset, which is what so many of us do. And it's not for us to shame ourselves or judge ourselves. Rather, an awareness with self-love and self-compassion. And the awareness simply informs us. And then we are able to take action because now we have a level and a layer of self-realization. And that allows us to be able to then purge and move into a present-future mindset. And the present-future mindset is us tapping into our master manifestor selves. My nerd, my geeking out of quantum physics really taught me this. It really taught me this because quantum physics is talking about how we are manifesting into our reality. And so if we are just tapping into the idea of moving away as we purge, as we drop, as we pull out, as I said, this metaphorical book from our backpack, and we choose to burn it through the process of transmutation, that process of transmutation actually allow us to birth anew. Because now we have the, like smoke, carbon, the building blocks of life to allow us to move into birthing anew. And through that process of birthing anew, we can then tap into our master manifestor selves and create the world we desire into tangible form. Because life is truly what we make of it. We create our reality. And so as we each do this, we, the individual, become the macro. As the macro becomes us, we become a reflection. We are a reflection. And what's happening right now is there's a lot of truths that need to be purged, gone, done away with. Grief and settling into our grief is important, and that's part of the transmutation process. We don't have to speed through any of these processes. If we are in the grief stage, if we are in the need for transmutation stage and that healing process is needed, we're going to allow ourselves the time that is required for this process. And there's a lot coming up for people right now. And we need to go through this transmutation process in order to go into the new earth. So just like this is a mindset, this is actually something that ripples into actual experience. And so this process needs to come out. And so a lot of truths are being surfaced, and they're asking us to deal with them, to process them, to transmute them when we are ready, to let go, char it, and let it birth anew. And it's a really powerful capacity to move into this space. And as a new Earth Guardian, I've been going through this space and allowing me to be prepared to hold a space and container for my community, for all of you, for all the community who are coming towards me, coming towards us, because soul family are seeking out one another. And this is important because then we have our networks of support. This is part of our human experience. Part of our human experience. Wow, thank you so much, Shaman Oracle Deck, for this beautiful message. Whew, that was a lot. I want to just share the first two sections of the Hidden Truths card, which was the card on the bottom. Also gorgeous card, colorful, beautiful, vibrant. The Earthkeepers. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earthkeepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. And this is also the same for any healing. The healing goes back 7 generations. So just really feel into that. The power of our transmutation of these truths and birthing anew. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big, with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earthkeeper and reach out to a friend in need who may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. And this is a really powerful message about how we all affect one another. And I think about this even from a interesting current modern day perspective with social media and how we are exposed to so much information. And in this process of exposure of so much information, we could feel overwhelmed because it's so much information. And we might have a hard time discerning truths. Well, what's true? This is confusing. This is overwhelming. This is upsetting, daunting, frustrating, right? We can tap into all the human emotions. And remembering that they're all true. They're all true from the perspective of the person is an important one. It's important for us to receive all the messages. When we tap into ourself, through a process of inner reflection and contemplation which meditation offers, we're able to discern truths because we're able to say, well, what do I feel about this? What do I feel about this? And sometimes neither. We don't resonate with either. And that's also okay because you can have a different truth, a different perspective, and they can all live together. And in the idea that we are reflections is that just as we are a complicated being, a dynamic being, complicated not being challenging, rather more in the realm of complex. Complexity offers variations, offers many layers, many depths. Those are all very important and powerful. We must not feel like we have to put ourselves into a box, because our own unique flavor is the flavor of the whole. And when we begin to understand this from a deeper way, in the way of the message which is being expressed here in the Earthkeeper, is that we are co-creating this world just as the world is affecting us. We have a symbiotic relationships and we are stewards. And as an Earth ambassador, I feel into deeply things that really do affect Mother Earth, and because it affects Mother Earth, it affects me. We all deserve sustainably healthy water systems, land without ownership and control and hierarchy, access to organic foods, access to clean waters and air. We all have a right to have a home, to have a community to be a part of. And in this truth, as we step into this choosing the sacred dream of our soul, of our desire to be in connection, we are birthed from this planet. We are in connection, and we can choose to not focus on it or focus on it. And Mother Earth needs us to focus on it. And what's happening right now with this virus, and I'll just close with some of my personal thoughts, that what's going on with this virus is that Mother Earth, not that Mother Earth created this virus, but that what it's doing is that it is actually purging in the way of what I was describing before. And I hold the space for the grief and the loss. And I also see things from a many other layered vantage. And this layered vantage allows me to understand and feel as an empath the emotions of grief and loss and sadness deeply. And also have a deep understanding of rebirth and the excitement that is happening. And so I hold both of these excitements and griefs simultaneously, it is a part of this integrated experience that we are experiencing these two timelines at the same time. And these two timelines at the same time provide something very unique for us to view. And so having us really tap into the energy of the ghost dance, of this number 22 energy, and really be reminded here of our powerful medicine that is provided to us when we purge, when we allow the purge. And so tapping into La Luna's energy, we notice what's been in completion. We notice the abundance. With honor, we respect where we need to move on, the doors and windows that need to be closed, to allow us to move into a present and future mindset where we are allowing us to not hold on to the past in this space of our energy, in our gut, our heart, but to surrender into the process that all life beings have, the life and rebirth. And right now we are in a process of transmutation as we are in this corridor, this new earth corridor, as we move into this age of integration, and we are being asked to address the truths that are coming up externally and internally. And as these truths come up for you, I want to offer a reminder of my space holding role here as an new earth ambassador, as a new earth guardian, as a self-love guru. Here, a person who understands alchemy, to allow a space for you to come and to experience the process of transmutation and healing, so that you then are becoming a guardian with me in this journey. And at this time, I'm feeling my soul family come to me, and so we are communing. And so I want to offer an invitation to you. Later this month, on the 20th and 21st, I am hosting 2 one-day retreats in Joshua Tree. The first Day of Peace is happening on International Day of Peace, September 20th. On September 20th, we're going to be communing with a day full of celebration and ceremony, having lots of beautiful opportunities to come in contact with conscious artisans, with some beautiful conscious food, with music, with cacao ceremony, with cannabis ceremony. I'm going to be hosting a compassionate citizen class and lots more. You can find all the details, link in my bio. And then on the 21st, the Goddess Retreat. And really it's a divine feminine space. It's gender neutral space aimed at awakening the divine feminine. And we're going to be doing a lot of a beautiful healing in that space. I'm super excited for the team of practitioners who are coming with me to help co-host this space. We're going to have some beautiful workshops of mindfulness through art. We'll have a sound healing session option, or a awakening, igniting your super sensual knowledge dance class with me. So lots of options to choose from. It's going to be a beautiful, fun time. Again, find all the details in my bio. And the last invitation I want to offer you is something that requires no self-love investment. Only the self-love investment of your time is to tap into my podcast or to my guided meditation sessions, where I am sharing the energy healing transmissions that are being channeled through me, for you, to you. And I would love to gain your feedback on how you felt from any of those sessions. My goal is to feel and find and build our new earth family. We are the new earth family. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Wisdom Wednesdays. It's always a pleasure and a blessing to be able to come and to be here as a space for you to reflect and for me to reflect and to receive these beautiful messages. I hope that you have a beautiful week. Don't forget to love yourself creatively today. Happy full moon.